Group rides can make you stronger, or they can derail your week. It depends on where they sit in your plan and how you ride them. Today, I will show you when a group ride helps and when it hurts, and how to fit them in so you can keep the fitness and the joy. They are social, they are fun, you learn real skills you actually use in races and fondos, positioning in a corner, holding a wheel when it kicks, reading the road when you are on the limit. Deep in a tight peloton, your aerodynamic drag drops to a fraction of a solo rider. Research using CFD and wind tunnel shows that riders in the middle of a bunch may face only 5 to 10% of the drag of a solo rider. That's great for speed and confidence, but it can trick you into thinking you ticked the training box when you didn't. And that's why so many so-called Zone 2 bunch rides fail. They look easy on Strava, but your body knows better. Unless you do it differently, you're not getting the training you think you are. For a lot of riders, the group ride is why they ride. Picture a simple map. Left to right is solo only to group ride only. Bottom to top is precision to freedom. Then you can add your goal tag. Is it health, events, or racing? Now place yourself. If you live on the right side, the community keeps you consistent. If you live high on precision, you need clear structure to feel progress. Where you sit tells you the role a group ride should play and what you are willing to sacrifice. If group rides keep you riding, keep them. We will shape them so they work. And here's the part that really makes this map click. Each quadrant has a different type of riding. Down here in the bottom right, it's social and community rides. So think cafe spins, coffee stops, staying motivated with friends. In the bottom left, it's exploration and lifestyle. Think solo spins, adventures, touring, more freedom than structure. In the top left, is structured and individual, solo interval sessions, trainer work, testing where precision rules. And then in the top right is racecraft and competitive, the local world champs, the fast group rides, sharpening your edge in the bunch. Where you sit tells you which of these rides naturally keep you going. So where do they fit? Well, we've got two simple modes. Mode 1 is the endurance group ride. The goal here is skills, aerobic time, and a fun social battery. You sit in, you cap your pulls. If it's hot, you leave early. If the load ends light, add 2 by 8 minutes of low tempo at the end, or just call it. The win here is hours in the saddle, smooth, handling, and confidence, without building too much fatigue. And the simplest way to know you're in the right zone is the talk test. Studies show that the point where full sentences get hard matches the first ventilatory threshold, or the top of Zone 2. So if you can chat while you're in whole sentences, you're probably in the right place. And let's be honest, Zone 2 in a pace line is close to impossible. Drafting ruins it, so if you want to keep it steady, one rider does the work at Zone 2 while everyone else sits in, or choose a climb-heavy route where drafting matters less. Or, if you're similar in fitness, rotate time-based pulls, not pace-based ones, and cap the watts. That's how you actually make a group ride Zone 2. Mode 2 is the quality group ride. This counts as your week's hard session. You pre-plan for 4 to 6 hard pulls as your efforts. In between, soft pedal, no hero work. Stop when you have your dose, not when the group decides. Random surges week to week don't deliver as well as structure. A study that compared different ways of organizing high intensity training found that riders who followed a plan responded better than those who just mixed it up every week. Racing a wheel works too. Studies on time trials have showed that head-to-head or even racing virtual opponents makes you push harder than you would alone. So there is a benefit here. It's why your local Wednesday World Champs always hurts more than any solo trainer session. It's chaos, it's bragging rights, and now it's science. Let's make that real. If Saturday is a fast bunch, that's your intensity day. Sunday stays Zone 2 only. Tuesday, you are fresh enough for focused intervals. If Saturday is a social and tame ride, keep Sunday as your quality day. If you are in a race build and your Saturday bunch is very fast, use it as over-unders by taking defined turns on the front and then returning to recovery in the wheels. 4 to 6 quality turns is enough. If the pace is wild from the gun, you can ride the first half and then roll home. Leaving early is discipline, not failure. And here's a controversial one. I don't think true recovery rides exist in groups. Someone always pushes and the draft makes it uneven anyway. If you disagree, tell me your secret in the comments because I've never seen it work. Now let's use the rider map to set templates, and this is where it ties it together. When you think about moving from endurance mode to quality mode, you can picture it as moving across the rider map. Endurance mode sits closer to the bottom right, the social, aerobic, and community area. The quality mode pulls you up and across towards the competitive, structured side. Fewer pulls, but harder, more intentional. It's not about living in one quadrant forever. It's about knowing when to shift and drawing that arrow across the map on purpose. Now let's go over some different types of riders. If you're a health first rider, you sit mid, right on community, mid, low on precision. You ride to feel good, to manage weight, and to enjoy the social side. Your best week has, say, 1 group riders in endurance mode, 1 short skill session, and 1 longer zone 2. Keep hard spikes rare. If friends sprint for town signs, sit in. Or do 2 or 3 only. Your progress marker is consistency, mood, and simple time in zone. If you're an event rider, you sit in the center. You want to finish a century or a fondo well, your best week has 1 quality group ride and 1 structured interval day, not both. If you use the bunch as quality, pre-plan your pulls and protect recovery. The rest of the week is aerobic time and 1 tempo block that you can control. As the event approaches, test your fueling on the bunch ride. Practice eating when the road is rough and when your heart rate is high. Now, if you're a racer, you sit high on precision and mid right on community. The bunch ride is racecraft. You still need precision work midweek, but you use a fast bunch as a replacement for 1 interval day. Before the ride, decide your job. Today, I will close gaps for 5 minutes on 3 climbs. Today I will mark the move after the roundabout and then switch off. If the ride goes off plan, reset. You can always use the wheels as endurance and save the quality for Tuesday. Ego costs form, discipline builds it. What about handling the chaos? Bunch rides punish indecision. If you let the road decide your training, you will live in that gray zone. If you decide early, you control the dose. Sitting near the front but not on the front is often the sweet spot. You learn positioning and braking while keeping freedom to pull out of the fire when your plan says enough. Remember that your aim is not to win the group ride, your aim is to win later, to finish stronger, and to show up fresh for the next key session. What about leaving early? Give yourself a landmark, the highway turn, the 3rd climb. Once you hit it, you turn home, no debate. That one act turns a messy day into a perfect day. You got the social hit, the skills, and the right dose. You kept your promise to Tuesday. Let's talk about the mental layer. Motivation is not soft, it's the fuel that makes the plan work. If the group ride keeps you in love with the bike, it belongs in your plan. If the group ride throws you into a hole every week, it needs boundaries. And this is why the rider map matters. You're not choosing between fun and form, you're choosing the mix that fits with who you are and what you want this season. When you are clear on the role, the sacrifices become obvious and acceptable. Right ride, right place, right dose, just like when you were choosing your structured training sessions, which you also learn about in this video.